Hey guys, how you doing? In case you don't know by the voice, it's me, Debbie Bubbles, and today I'm gonna bake for you. I'm going to bake a semi-homemade peanut butter sheet cake with a roasted peanut icing. If you want to watch, if you want to see, if you want to take notes, then follow me. So I'm pulling out my handy dandy KitchenAid for this one, and we're gonna get started. I'm going to show you the ingredients here that I'm going to use. I am measuring the water for you, which is 1 cup of water, an approximate ½ cup of oil. I think I have canola oil there. 3 eggs, an approximate ½ cup, maybe a little more, of peanut butter, a yellow cake mix, and I think that's about it. All right, we're adding those 3 eggs to our bowl there, and that 1 cup of water. What you're not going to see is I'm going to take that little squiggly wiggly white thing out of the eggs because it grosses me out. I know it's going to bake, but it still grosses me out, so I take it out. You don't have to do that. And I'm going to go in with a heaping helping spoonful of peanut butter. I'm going to dollop in probably, I'm going to say close to 3/4 cup of peanut butter is what ends up going in there. And again, I didn't measure that because I just don't feel a need to. We love peanut butter, and there's no way that it's not going to turn out right, so it doesn't matter. Now, the oil, again, I used some canola oil, and that was ½ cup of canola oil that I went ahead and measured and put in there for y'all. We're going to mix all those wet ingredients together, and I had a big splish splash. Although I have all my KitchenAid splash shields and everything out there, I still fail to put them on the KitchenAid. And if you know anything about the KitchenAid mixers, they tend to make a mess for some reason. They're really great, but really expensive too. But they make a mess. They can. So anyway, gonna let that mix away. Ooh, I missed one of the little squigglies. You can see it hanging there. But anyway, I'm going to leave that one there. And I'm going to add in that box of cake mix. It's a classic yellow cake. I use the Duncan Hines moist, super moist, whatever. Just because that was what I had on hand. So we're going to mix that up really, really well here. And I'll be back. Doing some more cleanup there because I did not put that splash shield on as of yet. I'm not going to. Okay, we're gonna let that mix away, and here I'm gonna go ahead and slide that mixer over. And I have this little slide thing that I found on Temu for about $5 or less, and it is quite helpful because the KitchenAid is heavy and it slides right along just smoothly. So y'all, you see me spraying down my jelly roll sheet or sheet pan, whichever one you want to call it. I am spraying it down with some Baker's Joy baking spray that has flour in it, and I do love the Baker's Joy above any other cooking spray, so that is what I'm using. Now I'm going to scrape down those blenders and get ready to put this batter in that pan. Let me correct myself. I scraped down the beater, and here we go. We're going to do a little more mixing here and just scraping down the sides of the mixing bowl before we add this batter to the pan. And so here goes nothing. Y'all, it smells so good in here. If you love peanut butter, oh my goodness, you'd love to be here right now. But let me tell you, wait till we get to the icing, the frosting that's gonna go on this. I am doing, as I said at the top of the video, a roasted peanut icing, frosting, whatever you want to call it. And y'all, I'm just thinking all this up as I go. I'm making it up and thinking it up as I go. And I already know it's going to be fabulous because I love peanut butter. We all love peanut butter over here. So y'all, I've placed this in the oven for 20 minutes. I set a timer on it because I knew it wasn't going to take very long to bake because it's not a thick cake to begin with, and it's being spread out on such a large sheet. So here is that baked cake. We're going to go ahead and get it cooled And after it cools, we'll frost it. But before we frost it, we gotta work on that frosting. Okay, so look, listen. What I'm gonna use for the frosting is some whole milk, a stick of butter, a box of powdered sugar. I think it's a 16-ounce box of powdered sugar, and the remainder of that peanut butter that was inside of that jar, which is approximately a cup of peanut butter. Again, everything is approximate. The butter, I had just a tad bit left in my butter dish, and so that was already inside of the pot there. We're gonna combine the remainder of the peanut butter into the pot with the saucepan with the butter, and we're gonna let that melt together. Now, y'all, I'm gonna let this melt for a while or blend together while I go start a video, a YouTube video. Now, whatever amount of time it took me to go and start a video, that's how much time it took for it to melt. Y'all, I melted the butter and the peanut butter together till the point that the butter started to brown. I wanted the brown butter. I love the nuttiness of brown butter, and so that combined with heating up the peanut butter, I knew was going to give it just a really incredibly intense peanutty flavor, and trust me, it did. My house smells like I'm roasting peanuts, and here it smells so freakishly good. So y'all, after I browned the butter and the peanut butter, melted those together, I then came in with the entire box of powdered sugar, combined it with the wet ingredients, and added milk, probably what amounted to eventually right at a cup of milk, but I just added it until I got the icing to the consistency that I wanted it, which was I wanted it to be spreadable. In its thicker form, it would make some great fudge, some peanut butter fudge, I'm just saying. But anyway, I melted it out, or I blended the milk until it became smooth and a spreadable consistency, and this is the final product. However, I will, when we serve this up, I'll serve you a slice, okay? And we'll try it out together. So here it is. Are you ready for it? I am. Let's have a taste. How glorious. If you're curious about what we actually had for dinner on this particular night, keep watching. So our Sunday family dinner was individual meatloaves served with creamy mashed potatoes, mixed vegetables, and a dinner roll. It was all delicious, and all were satisfied. See you next time. Bye-bye for now. Mwah.